Good morning. Happy Republic Day. I will come to that later. Before that, another important case. AR 2021 Supreme Court 5643. There, some of the ratios are in favor of prosecution, but the only ratio which is favorable for defense lawyers is that 397 robbery, constructive liability. Offender under section 397 is confined to offender who uses any deadly weapon. Use of deadly weapon by one offender cannot attract 397 IPC for imposition of minimum punishment of another offender who has not used any deadly weapon. So some 5 accused may be charged, and 1 or 2 may use knife or gun, but others may be simply standing thereby, but they may be getting lesser sentence. That is most important. They say if the deadly weapon is actually used by the offender in the commission of the robbery, such as causing grievous death or like, then it is clearly used. That was they say. Then they say the only difference between robbery and the dacoity would be a number of persons to commit robbery. Then section 392, 390 are couched with different words. Section 390, 394, 397, 398, word used is offender. Therefore, for the purpose of section 390, 391, 392, 393, 394, 395, 396, 397, 390, only the offender who uses a deadly weapon or causes act is liable for maximum sentence or minimum sentence required. Therefore, you have this judgment on your file and record so that you can get some lesser sentence to your client. Now, the question of 26th January, Republic Day, is correlated to so many things. First, you must understand the Constitution Assembly. For preparation of Constitution, even before independence, it was constituted because there was a promise for independence. After the Second World War come to an end. That time, India and Pakistan was united. There was no demand of Pakistan. Therefore, near about 600 odd constituent assemblies were created. Dr. Ambedkar was elected from the region where Pakistan situates down. Thereafter, Muhammad Ali Jinnah raised his voice for independent Pakistan. Therefore, the again reconstituted Constituent Assembly in respect of India was constituted. That time, Dr. Ambedkar contested for Constituent Assembly from Maharashtra, but he was defeated. Then, for drafting Constitution, the help of the brilliance of the academic knowledge of Dr. Ambedkar was required. Therefore, one elected Constituent Assembly from West Bengal resigned his post, and Dr. Ambedkar was elected and he went. For Constituent Assembly, the chairman of the Constituent Assembly was Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was president thereafter. Then the chairman of Constituent Drafting Committee was Dr. Ambedkar. So far the process of work between 1947 to 1949 November Our president was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Uh, uh, though he was not president that time. Our prime minister was Dr. Ambedkar only because he was the head of the drafting committee. Thereafter, they have uh, passed this constitution as if the entire people of India, we the people of India, having resolved to, they have declared the constitution. That was the day 26th November 1949. That was given effect to after approval of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, assent of the chairman. It brought into force from 26 January 1950. So this is the history we must know. But though that time the purity, the honesty of the politicians was 90%. Therefore, the democratic system introduced was very good in nature, but nowadays it is totally changed, transformed to hooligans, corrupt politicians, criminals occupied the and dominated politics. So now everybody want to shift the floor, so the democracy became very dramatic nowadays. Therefore, the present system of democracy is mathematical democracy. It is not wishes of the people. Even if a party which is ruling has voted less than the required percentage, below 50%. Therefore, it was my humble suggestion that there should be two layers of assembly and parliament. Two layers apart from Rajya Sabha, there is one more layer wherein the second defeated candidate must be member of that second layer assembly or second layer parliament, so that when there are some changes affecting constitution, affect the fundamental and basic principle of our constitution, this second layer of constitution, the parliament as well as assembly should approve the policy matters. That should be listed in Schedule A, Schedule B, Schedule C, Union list, concurrent list and state list. You can use the list of subjects for second layer of constitution, assembly, parliament, as well as some additional schedule for state, second layer of state assemblies. That then only there will be an impact of participation of democracy. And I hope, but this Lokpal, the tribunal functionings, everything is nonsense. The bankruptcy code, insolvency code, is also being misused because the company tribunal, which was represented by other members other than judicial members, implant their own man as a liquidator and doing so many corrupt practice. I understand, so that the legitimate people may not get their share after liquidations, and the very company who submit no objections enjoys the benefit with the assistance of liquidators, delinquents. I hope probably the persons who are in the field would understand what was my aim to express this message. I hope the best. Again I say, after all, one more thing I want to share with you, that the heavy winter, high freezed situations, military men are fighting. So many executive staffs are working around the clock. I do not know when they are taking rest or not. And ordinary employees, scavengers, the persons who are directly involved in COVID fight in the field are working, but courts are not functioning, leaving huge mass of people, including advocates, senior advocates like me, are pushed to suffer for necessities. See, if we go to court, if we attend the clients, then only we will have some money. If it is that is freezed for months together, and we will have no face to claim any money from clients. This who would understand? You are others are getting salaries. Advocates are not getting salaries, and our expenditures are stagnated. We cannot minimize our expenses like paying bill, internet charges, computer, and other stationery charges, dress, what not. I hope all these situations may be placed before the judiciary and something should be done. And the registry taking advantage of these virtual proceedings. Some staff are doing mischief. We are not in a position to take that to concern. Several papers are misplaced, whether deliberately or not, we do not understand. There is no guidelines. At counters, lot of problems are there. Okay, I wish Doom Kadal. Best wishes.